FC Barcelona is going through a period of complex financial and sporting maneuvers. As the Blaugrana strive to maintain their competitiveness in La Liga while respecting the strict financial rules imposed by La Liga, the future of several players is up in the air. Among them, Clement Lenglet, a 29-year-old French central defender, is playing a central role in the ongoing negotiations, indirectly facilitating the arrival of new recruits. According to the latest information reported by Marca, Clement Lenglet is set to join Atletico Madrid on a loan deal without an option to buy. This transaction, although not definitive, is crucial for FC Barcelona. The former Nancy defender has successfully passed his medical with the Colchoneros, marking an important step towards the finalization of this loan. Lenglet's loan is not just a strategic move on the pitch. It represents a breath of fresh air for Barca's finances. By temporarily parting ways with the French international, the Catalan club is freeing itself from part of the heavy salary burden that is currently holding back its movements on the transfer market. Dani Olmo, a 26-year-old midfielder, is one of the star signings that FC Barcelona hope to line up this season. However, due to wage bill constraints, his registration has not yet been validated by La Liga. The temporary transfer of Clement Lenglet could be the boost needed to unblock this situation. In parallel with Lenglet's imminent departure, FC Barcelona are preparing to finalize the transfer of Mikhail Faye to Rennes for a sum of €16 million, bonuses included. This young 20-year-old defender, despite his potential, has not managed to establish himself in the first team, and his transfer will also free up much-needed cash for the club. Faye's departure, combined with Lenglet's loan, should allow FC Barcelona to significantly ease its wage bill and thus facilitate the registration of new players, including that of Dani Olmo. This game of musical chairs, orchestrated by the club's management, aims to maintain a competitive squad while respecting the budgetary constraints imposed by the Spanish football regulatory authorities. FC Barcelona, in search of reinforcement for its offensive line, is getting closer to finalizing the transfer of Italian winger Federico Chiesa, currently under contract with Juventus Turin. At 26, Chiesa, recognized for his speed, technique and ability to destabilize opposing defenses, has become a priority target for the Blaugrana. This operation is part of a strategy of renewal and reinforcement of the Catalan squad, particularly after several recent departures. FC Barcelona has taken advantage of the current circumstances within the Turin club to seriously engage in negotiations with Juventus. With Chiesa considered one of the players potentially available on the market, due to Juventus' economic and strategic imperatives, the Barcelona management has taken the lead in carrying out this acquisition. Italian journalist Gianluca Di Marzio confirms that Barca is extremely confident about the positive outcome of this file. FC Barcelona have finalized an offer that is expected to include €13 million, including bonuses, to convince Juventus to sell Chiesa. Although this sum may seem modest for a player of the Italian international stature, it is part of the club's current economic context, marked by strategic departures such as that of Mikhail Faye to Stade Rennais. For his part, Federico Chiesa already seems to be projecting himself under the Blaugrana colours. The strong interest of FC Barcelona, coupled with the prospect of joining a team in full restructuring, has strongly attracted the Italian winger. Despite the competing interest of Atalanta Bergamo, Chiesa seems to favour the Catalan track.
Vitor Roque has refused to include a fear clause in his future contract with Real Betis, according to Roger Torello of Mundo Deportivo. This means that the Brazilian will be able to play against Barcelona this season. It was Barca who proposed including this clause in the player's loan agreement with Betis, so the 19-year-old opposed his current club in this regard. Vitor Roque is set to join Real Betis on a 2-year loan deal. Barcelona could recall the striker at the end of the season. Ernesto Valverde has now faced 2 different Barcelona managers in the space of 6 months. After Barcelona's 2-1 win over Bilbao, Valverde was asked about the difference between Hansi Flick and Xavi. "You could say that Flick wants to play permanently in space behind," Valverde said. "It's all details." Ultimately, Barcelona's style is still noticeable, but you can see key differences between the managers. Today you can see that Flick was practically playing with 2 strikers and Rafinha as a midfielder. It's not that Flick surprised me. No, it was pretty much the same system they played against Valencia. The only change was Pedri for Casado, Valverde added. Flick started his Barcelona career with 2 consecutive victories, but he still has a long way to go to match Xavi and win La Liga. Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams really do seem like brothers. Seconds before kickoff of the match between Barcelona and Athletic Club, Nico said something to Lamine that almost made the 17-year-old slap him. Nico probably deserved this for refusing to sign for Barca this summer. Lamine Yamal also mentioned Nico Williams after Barcelona's win. The youngster managed to score against Bilbao largely thanks to the 22-year-old. Even though Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams are friends, the 17-year-old was apparently very excited to see Jules Koundé contain his compatriot in style. Best right back in the world right now. Koundé was rock solid against Athletic Club, winning the majority of his duels while also performing well in attack. The Frenchman has made it clear that he no longer has a problem playing at right back.